Yeah. Yeah. You know what it is. That straight kingdom talk, baby. You know how I'ma do it. Right. And I ain't going nowhere. 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 So sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Watch me hit him with this 1-2 knockout KO. This time it's all or nothing, and I ain't playing around. They tried to overlook me cause I wasn't in the in crowd. Well, I'm back at it, so you know what's going down. And I'm all up in their face, so they gotta see me now with that raw lunch. Yo, what is good? It is Friday. It's Friday.
It is.
And not only is it a
Happy
regular Friday, it's a
Friday.
5-star Friday. And we are in your space. We're on your cell phone. We're on your computer screen. We're on your TV right now. We're invading whatever space you got. We in there right now. All up in it. And I am Tony Clapper, Mr. 5-star, the Chat 'em Up champion, the Clapback Kid. And as always, I'm with Ryan the Originator.
Whoop whoop.
Hello, Sir Ryan. How are they?
Greetings and salutations.
Yes.
Greetings.
Yes.
Happy Friday.
And below I have
Damn.
Mr.
Did you see that face?
The
You see that right there?
mountainous fish.
Cut the man off. Cut him off at the knees.
The mountainous
Face.
fish.
He was like out.
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Glad to be here.
And I have down here the phenomenal, the amazing Fee. What's happening?
What's good? Happy Friday.
All right.
everybody.
So,
Yeah, so hold on, we're not gonna do that. I already know the rhythm. I already know it. We're not doing it. You see me.
yeah. I'm just kidding.
Go
Just
ahead.
kidding. What was you saying, Ryan? I didn't mean to cut you off, but then after it just got funny. So
I was just like saying Happy Friday, everyone. Stars.
yeah, I see you
What's
got that
up, Brad?
hydration.
Good to see you.
Got that Sprite. Got that Sprite in here. What's up, Brad Orney? How are you? Yes, sir. Well, tonight's kind of a dope topic. I'm excited about this last minute 9 a.m. today coming up with the topic.
Call yourself out. Go ahead. Shay.
Hey,
Opposed to our normal, well thought out in advance topic.
Go ahead. Go off. Go off.
hey. See, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
I mean,
And I can talk about anything. Anyway,
Boom, boom, boom.
we're talking fighting game franchises. Growing up, let's talk about fighting games first of all. Before we even get into naming them, the franchises. Fighting games. To me, a huge part of my childhood. Whooping up on your brother and your siblings or your friends, making them pass the sticks, talking. I mean, just a rite of passage, a rite of being able to smack talk to your people, right?
Oh, that's where you master your smack talk, especially if you're a nerd. Like, if you ain't out on a basketball court, you mastering it on that NES
Exactly.
or at the arcade with the quarters lined up.
Exactly.
Oh, man. That's good stuff.
Let's get into this real quick. I'm gonna go around. Ryan, your very first fighting game. What was the first fighting game you played that you can remember? Like, what was the first one that you played?
I mean, I come from the era of the birth of Atari. So I come from way back.
yeah.
Okay, let's talk.
Fighting
How
games
about?
are big. Okay, there it is again. There it is.
No. I was trying to help you. You seem a little stumped. I was just gonna say.
Felt like you needed a white savior to come in and fix it for you.
Nah, see, that's not it.
That escalated.
I was.
I mean, if we gonna have trouble, might as well pile on.
Simply saying.
Woo. Shade,
You know, I'm not.
shade.
If you want to go back to your Atari days, that's fine. I was just saying, like, first time the one really stuck with you that you can, you know what I'm saying? That's what I meant.
Oh well, the
So
first
go ahead. Sorry.
like for me, like fighting games didn't get big until like late 90s. So my go to like was Street. That was my go to.
Nice.
Like the original
At
Street
the
Fighter.
arcade.
Yeah,
like,
at the
yeah.
arcade.
Number one.
Yeah, the
Yes.
whole car original arcade
Nice.
Yeah.
in the arcade playing Street Fighter. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Nice. Nice. Fee, how about you?
Fee.
D.
That sounds cool. B.
Okay. I would say my first fighting game was Eternal Champions on the Sega, and I loved
deep.
it.
Deep
Oh.
cut.
But it was so
Wow.
funny because it used to
was
scare
killer
me.
instinct.
The final parts were, yeah, you know.
Deep cut.
Nice. Hey.
So
okay.
yeah, the final scenes when they would take them out and stuff. That was something that
Nice.
that was
Okay.
cool. That was my first one.
Fisheroni.
Man, for me, it's got to be the original fighting game, Pong, baby. Battling it out on that big ass machine with the two cords. Oh, tearing my brother up on it. But no, seriously, I mean, when it, like, what was it? Kung Fu, that was that first side scrolling fighting game where, like, you're not fighting the people, you're not fighting somebody next to you, but you're fighting the guys coming at you. Like, that blew my mind.
Yeah, that's like Streets
And,
of Rage and shit. Yeah.
Streets of Rage, yeah.
And then Street Fighter came out where we could actually fight each other. And man, I was going down to the Easy Mart every freaking day and staying there playing, having a big old time, man. I love that.
Technically, the first game, considering a fighting optimized console, is Streets of Rage. Yeah.
For me, I don't know if it was the very first fighting game I played, but I'll say it's the one that stuck with me. We used to have to go to the laundromat, and they had an arcade there, and it was Mortal Kombat 2. And I remember just what kid wants to go to the laundromat? Like, I wanted to go to the laundromat, and I'd steal my mom's quarters that she was using for like the washer and dryer to play the game. And she'd be like, "What? I thought I had enough for all the loads here." And I'd be like, "I don't know. I don't know what happened to those quarters. What happened to those?"
Oh,
this was still back in the day when you could get away with not watching your kid every second, so he could be over there playing video games and not know.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For sure. But that one for sure. Mortal Kombat 2 definitely stuck with me. So on our little promo picture, I think we have Street Fighter, Tekken, Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur.
Mm-hmm.
I would say now there's some greats. Let's do some what do you call it? What do you call it?
Icons?
No, hold on. Honorable mentions. Sorry, the word that was Marvel vs. Capcom. You got to put that up there. Marvel vs. Capcom, great fighting game. Super Smash Brothers, another one. Great fighting game.
Killer Instinct.
Virtua Fighters, great one. Fatal Fury,
dude.
King
Virtual
of Fighters.
Fighter.
Great fighting game.
Thank you. Dead or Alive.
Killer Instinct. Great.
Dead or Alive.
All great games.
Was mine.
But if I would say the four I would, besides Super Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers is a little different category. It's probably it's up on a popularity list, but I would say as far as just throwing them hands fighting games, those 4 franchises are probably the most popular. They're the head of the pack. Right? Yeah. Out of those 4, which one is your favorite? If you had to pick one, you have to, Fish.
Not even a question.
Oh, okay.
Ain't a contest.
Okay.
Ain't a question. Ain't nobody even in second place is Soul Calibur, hands down.
Okay.
Soul Calibur is, to me, it is the superior game to sit on the couch and just beat your buddy's ass and have a good time.
Yeah.
It's fun to play by yourself, but it is the most fun one for me. And you've got all the awesome, crazy super moves that you could possibly want to do, but you can also still hold your own with just the basic standard fundamental moves. Like, and most of the games are way to the other side. Like, once you start using all the back hack slash back whatnots,
Dead or Alive,
like,
another good one.
you can't just dodge and duck and hit and compete with that. Like, people just own you. And some of them, like Street Fighter, has gone so far to super methed out reflexes that, like, if you're not on meth and freaking Adderall, you can't keep up with that game anymore. But
not to offend any of the
no, man, you can be a
video
junkie
games
and play your games, enjoy it, man.
out
But man, Soul Calibur is just great. You can do the big stuff, you can play it fundamentally, and it's got awesome characters with a wide range of styles. Love it.
Let me ask, since you're the one answering, why don't you go ahead and put them in? Why don't you rate them? So there's 4 of them. Put them in order. So Soul Calibur is number 1 for you. What about the other 3?
Calibur is absolutely number 1.
Okay.
And then it would have to be Mortal Kombat, and Tekken, I think, would come over Street Fighter for me, even though Street Fighter was my first love in this. But like I said, it went so much towards the hyper fast reflexes
aspects of Soul Calibur.
Even with me and, my screwed up nervous system, like, I couldn't keep up with it after a little while. And I don't know how anybody does. But, and creating your own characters in Soul Calibur is freaking awesome. And I love that game, son.
Ryan?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Jim, man?
Rate them. Those top 4. What are you going with? What's your top to the bottom? Or from bottom to the top? Whichever one you want to start with.
It's MK. It would be MK number 1 because MK is my jam. 2 would be probably Street Fighter, and then followed by Soul Calibur, Tekken. I don't like Tekken because it's a stand ground kind of game. It's a I don't know. It's a reach game, which I don't like.
That hurts.
Tekken, it's cool, but it's not my cup of tea. Soul Calibur's cool. Shout out to Devoto. But like for me, like it's essentially it's like pick your character. Like you have to have a specific character that you're really good at, and if other characters, the game gets kind of monotonous. Street Fighter is always will be my second jam because I grew up with Street Fighter. I don't like Street Fighter 5, and I'm going to look forward to Street Fighter 6 to see what that's about.
I got one round.
But MK is always going down. Like from Sub-Zero to Scorpion, my 3 ninjas to Kung Lao. Those are all my jams. So
okay.
And those are my jams. So can't.
Fee.
Tony.
It's your turn.
Okay. I would say mine number 1 would be Soul Calibur, because I do like making the characters. Because
that's my girl. She knows how it goes.
I really like Dead or Alive, and it didn't make the 4 because I would say Dead or Alive first because that was my jam. Me and Kasumi would be kicking butt. Like again,
okay.
But like
hey, if you wanna put something else, if you wanna take something off of the list and put something else on there, that's fine.
Hey, so Dead or Alive, Soul Calibur. I loved Dead or Alive because I used to just be in the training room. I would wait till she said like congratulations. Like I would get all the moves. I had them all down.
Okay.
So I would just be kicking butt left and right, and I would try to beat it again on the hardest level. So that's my number 1. Number 2, Soul Calibur, because that one's fun. Me and my dad have fun with that one, creating the characters and just beating the tar out of each other. My third, I would say, was Mortal Kombat. Because to be honest, I didn't really grow up with it, but of course, I think it's because it was just really violent, and I just didn't, it wasn't put around me. And then lastly, it would be Tekken. Oh shoot, Street Fighter was the one. So I would replace that with Street Fighter, because Tekken I never really engaged with. It was I grew up with Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, those games, but Tekken I didn't really have a chance to really interact with.
Okay. Pretty nice list there. Pretty nice list. I'm gonna go. I agree with Ryan. Number 1 for me, Mortal Kombat, all day, every day, hands down.
Why?
But why?
Yeah, I want to know why. Why it's your favorite?
Why?
Well, for one, like I said, as a small kid, bro, playing it in the laundromat. I mean, it's just, for one, holds a special place in my heart there. 2, on some of the fighting games, you like 1 or 2 characters. There's 95% of Mortal Kombat characters that I enjoy. Mm-hmm. I think Mortal Kombat has also characters that you can easily pluck out of that game and put into other universes, and they would be really cool. Like Kano would be cool in DC Universe. He'd be cool in Marvel Universe. He'd be cool in any universe you put him in. Same with a Scorpion or Sub-Zero. The stories, especially with the later games, how they've let you play through the stories, and it's like watching a movie.
They're basically movies.
Yeah, so that would be why Mortal Kombat would be number 1 for me. It sounds like we got a couple Tekken haters on here. Tekken second, number 2 for me.
How can I hate you if I barely know you?
I'm not. Hey, I didn't say. I wasn't talking about you, Fee.
I didn't say I hate Tekken, Tony Clapper.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Anyway, Tekken is definitely number 2. Again, grew up playing it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Obviously there's some sensitive people on here. Can't take, being called out on their stuff. That's okay. You agreed with J-Man in his comments talking about it's on roids or whatever. Anyway, it's my turn.
Virtual Fighter was awesome.
3, I would have to go with Soul Calibur. Just because, okay, let me tell you about Street Fighter for me. Okay. I love the idea of Street Fighter. I love the characters in Street Fighter. I think they're dope. I think Ken and Ryu, however you want to say it, Sagat, all of them are dope. I just suck at that game, really bad. And it's hard for me to get into its play style compared to other games.
Well, that's the thing. You didn't come out until it was already way too hard to play. It was already amped up way too fast for any humans to play.
Come on, Tony. You were supposed to catch up.
Right. So my thing is, I got really excited when they announced that they were doing Street Fighter versus Tekken, Tekken versus Street Fighter, right? Mm-hmm. They were going to come out with one that was in a Street Fighter style, and all the Tekken characters were coming to it, which they did. And then they were supposed to come out with a Tekken version where it was all the Street Fighter characters in the Tekken playstyle. They did not do that one. That was a little bit of a letdown because I was excited to play with those characters in that Tekken style. But I do like Street Fighter, the characters. Like I said, as far as playing the game, it's just not that fun to be playing the game. I did download the demo for the newest one to see if maybe that's changed.
Okay.
But that's where I'm at. So I would have to probably put, as far as playing goes, I'd probably have to put Street Fighter as number 4.
So that's the reason that Mortal Kombat is as far down on my list as it is because of the play aspect. Because to me, for a lot of people, they mastered the controls real quickly with all the fancy special moves. To me, that was always a little clunkier than some other games were. Like I've always found Soul Calibur special moves easier to pull off than Mortal Kombat's. And once you get into using special moves in Mortal Kombat, you cannot compete with somebody, like if you've got everything mastered for any of the other characters, it doesn't matter who I'm playing. If I've only got 3 moves figured out for Sub-Zero, you're going to whoop my ass because I can't use the basic moves. I can't use the basic moves and put up a fight against you.
If it's too hot, get out the kitchen.
Well, I'm just saying that's what I like about Soul Calibur is the play's more balanced to me.
Back.
And, I can be really good at the fundamentals and still put up a fight, even if I can't dunk on the rim, but if the game's all about dunking on,
take it to the hole, Uncle Fishy. Back them down and take it to the hole. There you go. That's how you do it. So, question, Tony.
Yeah.
Because I was like, so what game really, would you say stands out to you now? Because I said another game that popped up to my mind that I really enjoyed that was kind of crazy, but the controls weren't too bad, was Dragon Ball Z 3 Tenkai Budokai 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. Them old Dragon Ball Z games used to hit.
Okay. Right? I was like, what do you think
of
that?
The new ones?
I like that one.
They're okay.
Budokai 3 was nice.
Okay. Look, my brother had the PlayStation, and he had the imported version of Dragon Ball Z to where he had to have this little gold clip that he had to put in his PlayStation to where you could even play the Japanese exports of
the emulator or something.
And them games went hard. They were set up kind of like Street Fighter, but then they started making them open world, which is cool too. But some of the new ones, they're okay, but they're not on par with some of these other ones. So this year, Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, Mortal Kombat 12. Is it at 12 now? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
All come out
11. Yeah.
This year.
Okay.
It's a big year for fighting games, and they tend to do that. They like to stay up on one another. They like to try to outdo and beat the other one. I think. So you're with what you guys have picked. Let's just say you were going to get one of the new games. Out of them 3, there's 3. You go to the store. They're all 3 looking at you. You only got enough to buy one. Which one you grabbing?
12.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah, for
12.
sure. Yeah.
12.
V?
I guess Street Fighter.
Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Now, I have seen where Street Fighter's got a new aspect where you can create your character, and they kind of got this free roam mode. Interesting. Different. Okay. I want to check it out. Mortal Kombat's definitely on the top of my list. I want to continue the story. I'm embedded into the story. I love watching the videos. I'm getting 12 for sure. The real question is, when I come back to the store, which one of the other 2 am I getting? I'd like to get all 3 because I do like, I do like a good fighting game.
Yeah.
That's my favorite type of game, period.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur is legit one of my favorite games ever. Just for the memories of nothing else of playing with my kids. That was something that we could really enjoy.
Yeah, for sure.
Playing together. And they all found characters that they could hold their own with. And
yeah, same at my house. I mean, I can remember playing with my mom and my dad, and I have a funny Mortal Kombat story. If you guys want to hear it. Story time.
Here you go. Go ahead.
With Tony. My mother never played any fighting games or any games in her life. Me and my brother was playing Mortal Kombat 4 and enjoying whooping each other.
So sorry.
All of a sudden, my mother jumps on the sticks on Mortal Kombat 4. She finds this little nerf move that she was using with, I think it was a dude named Jared at the time. I think he was the only game that he was in. He was a member of the Black. Yeah, it was Mortal Kombat 4. That's what I said, Ryan. I know what game it was.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I think his name was Jared. That was the only game he was in, correct?
Mortal Kombat 4.
Yeah.
4.
And she just whooped our asses over and over and over
Yo,
again.
mama.
I was going to ask
Primal Rage. You took when she was at the laundromat.
Yeah. And it was
a good honorable mention.
Why, mother? Why are you doing this? and it felt like she was really taking out some like real aggression on us.
It was all
the way she was whooping us on this game, and to the point where me and my brother was like, "We don't want to play this anymore. I think we're gonna put in Madden or something. Like I don't even want to play this anymore." So
it's no fun because mom could whoop us.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's cute.
We've talked about your favorite out of the 4. Which ones are your favorites? Let's dig a little deeper than that. You gotta pick a game. I'm not talking about like a series. I'm talking about which one in the series would you say is your all-time favorite out of everything that's been put out? What game can you play and that's your jam? I know Street Fighter's had multiple games. Mortal Kombat's had multiple. Soul Calibur, Tekken, all of them have multiple games. Which one do you think you logged the most hours in? Which one would you say is your jam? I can start for everybody can think. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Okay. I'll tell you why.
Go for it.
There was a shit ton of characters in that game.
Every character.
There was a lot of characters. You said what? What did you say, Ryan?
The character that's not in that game.
Every Mortal Kombat character was in that game. There was tons to master. It was just a fun game to play. You could mix it up a lot. Probably one of the best intros to a fighting game when they're all trying to fight their way up that pyramid and they're just killing each other trying to get up there. Dope game. So if I got to pick a favorite of all time fighting game, it's going to be that one.
All right.
Ryan, you ready? Go. Same? Okay. Go ahead.
It'll be MK11.
Oh yeah, MK11's good. Yeah. If you, I mean,
it's definitive. 11 has everything that I want. They brought back my boy Fujin, incredible in that game.
Okay.
I really can customize all your characters. They brought back skin that you have time.
Yeah.
I think MK11 offer, they have quest lines, they have where you're a character where you run around to find shit, and it's just
yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to 12 because they were probably even double down. So
yeah, I'm excited to see where they take the story also with 12. So Fishy.
Out of these properties,
you can do
my favorite game would be Soul Calibur 4 because like the graphics had just gotten really good at that point. The gameplay was really good. Everything looked great. And that's the one that I got to play with my kids forever and customize all of our own characters and turn all of our own superheroes from a role-playing game into our own characters and be able to fight with each other. And that was just freaking amazing. But my all-time favorite fighting game of all time that I could still play today and thoroughly enjoy was Pro Wrestler on NES. I freaking loved that freaking game. And there was a Fishman on that game. So I love that. And he fought dirty and would get you in a headlock and claw you in the face while the ref wasn't looking. I freaking loved that game. I could play that from now on and be a happy man.
Nice.
Goodness gracious.
Favorite character? Side note, concur.
Hold on, Ryan. That's the next question. So hold on.
Oh, whatever.
Thank you.
I said out of the 4, I would say
jump the line. Thanks.
The original Street Fighter. Some
one.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 1. Nice.
Yeah. I like the old ones. The old arcade ones are really fun to play with.
Yeah.
Some honorable mentions. I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. The kind is like a fighting game, but that's more like adventure. But I would say
Super Nintendo.
Yeah. No, hold on. No, I don't know because it was like an arcade. I can't remember like if you took.
Oh yeah, and then it came out on Super Nintendo. That game is classic fire.
I love that
one. Yes, that is a fire game.
I mean, Punch Out, things like that, classic Nintendo. But my all-time favorite, I would say.
Look at Fee with some name drops. She's dropping them.
I never played Punch Out.
I loved it. It was fun because you just did the little things. I said I would love a little full pink jumpsuit running in New York.
Yeah.
But I said Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and then I would say Dead or Alive 3. Those were my two because I remember visiting like church family friends, and we would be playing Dead or Alive 3, and I was tired of the like boys kicking my butt. So one time I just learned a lot about Kasumi. And I was kicking tail left and right. I was doing special moves. I was stomping on faces.
Fix and take you to
That's
church.
What it's about. Yeah. That's what it's about. See, it's about fighting games. You have special memories.
Yes.
I would two honorable mentions for me. Street Fighter 2 is my favorite Street Fighter game. Maybe Street Fighter 2 Alpha. Then they come out with like a second, like upgraded version of it or something. They always do. Like Street Fighters always does some crazy stuff like that. This is not on anybody's list, and I don't even know if anybody's thinking of it. But Def Jam Fight for New York. Def Jam Fight for New York.
That is garbage, but I'll say
no. If you think that game's garbage, you are absolutely crazy. No.
Let me be DMX.
And turn your little camera off. You look stupid right now.
He stayed still.
No. You garbage. Still look stupid. Anyway. Your opinions don't matter anymore.
Oh my gosh!
Moving forward,
are you okay?
I'm gonna ask the question.
Are you okay? Do you
favorite character? And you can give me your favorite character.
To up your health.
I'm not even listening to you at this point.
You heard.
You can do your favorite character from one from the 4, multiple from the 4. It's up to you. Some of your favorite characters from these fighting games, because everybody's got that one. First of all, give us the one like when you have the sticks and you got this character, you're a problem. Then you can go with just some of your other favorites. Let's throw some names out there. Fish, go ahead and go first.
Whoa!
All right. On Soul Calibur, it's going to be Taki because all of my characters I built on her fighting stuff. Oh yeah. But man, she is a badass ninja, and she's really good at dodging and spinning around behind you and stabbing you in the back. Oh, and wow. I freaking love her moves.
Sounds like
she will flip right over and oh, absolutely, 100%. And then let's see, Mortal Kombat. 9 times out of 10, I'm taking Snow Ninja, freaking Sub-Zero. I'm bad with some of these names.
I almost blacked out.
I know
it, but I'm trying to think through all of the names in all of these games, and all of them are so similar on some things. Like Street Fighter, I'm thinking Barack Obama. Like, Little Amazon Monster Dude. That's my jam.
Okay. Dude, you about threw me off not knowing.
I just stumbled on it. I know. I can't think of anything but Snow Ninja.
Snow Ninja.
Sub-Zero. I know his name, but with all these different things going through my head.
I was wondering why I could only hear out of one ear, and now I know.
The kid, he strikes again. Boom, boom, boom.
I was like, what? Why am I only hearing you guys out of one ear?
You gotta be like a DJ. There you go. Put the one up here and do the. Now all you gotta do is just like.
That was me when I was playing Def Jam. Oh, DMX!
Wait, you about to drop the button.
DMX, baby.
Let the beat drop.
All right, go ahead, Ryan. Shut up.
What? Oh, favorite character.
Now shut up.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay, my favorite go-to character would probably be in Mortal Kombat, followed by Conlon.
I remember when I played my first fighting game.
Kalik with the staff, followed by Maxi with the Vodo, and then followed by Ivy. It would be Ryu, followed by Sagat.
And then monster.
Tekken, that fat motherfucker. Is it Ben? What's his name?
Why?
That big motherfucker.
Why you gotta be fat? Why you gotta? I mean,
dang.
He ain't fat shaming. He likes
it. He a big boy. He whipped.
I can't think of his name. I can't think of his name. I know you're talking about Bob.
He likes a thick man.
Bob.
Yeah, Bobby or Ben. Benny or Bobby, or second would be King. Favorite design character of all time would be Galatius, because I just love his name. Galatius.
Yeah, say it one more time.
Galatius.
Glaciers.
What's the dude in Soul Calibur with the sledgehammer? I love him. He's so slow though.
I can't remember.
Yeah, they're sicker too, like Siegfried and Roy. Long, like so.
That's another one of the slow.
We're throwing out Marvel vs. Capcom teams of 3 over here in the comments.
Teams of 3 for Marvel vs. Capcom. Go to Storm and Venom.
Nice. Okay. Hey, Venom. I'm with you on the Venom tip for them.
Mine was go-to. Mine was fire. I'm always, when it comes to the games, I'm always going to the girls. I'm going to the women, you know? So, like, my team was
there's women on those games?
Huh?
There's women on them games?
They're the bouncy ones, yeah.
JK, Fee. I have a lot of favorite female characters.
I just told you my favorite character of all time is a female.
I'm just
kidding, I know. I don't really care for it for a reason I'm not going to say. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's why I use her fighting style to make my own characters, because I don't know how she sees.
I have a lot of favorite female characters. I also have a lot of black friends. I have a lot of gay friends. I have a lot of. I'm just kidding. I'm being that guy. I'm kidding.
He's just naming off the same person.
Go ahead, Fee. I was just joking. though. For real, go.
Nah, I know. I gotta give you that tough love, because you always gotta be that, like, you know, annoying ass brother. So don't worry. I can push back.
Hey,
I can push back. I can play. So
she can bloody a nose up in here.
Don't bloody my nose.
But so it was Storm, She-Hulk, and I had my exception of Deadpool because he was cool. So I would be like playing the high level attacks. And while you didn't see it coming, She-Hulk was clotheslining you. You was dropping to your knees.
Nice.
So Kasumi, Ayana, I would even say Helen, because that little, you know, snake. Well, that was her buddy. Never mind. But I was like, a lot of the girls, I liked some of the cool, unique fighting styles they did. But Kasumi was my day one from Dead or Alive 3. And then Marvel vs. Capcom, it was them. And then I know for Chun-Li, obviously, I just enjoyed her because she's
legs for days.
I was trying to think of her name. It was
Chun-Li.
All I could think of was High Kick Hia.
Oh wow,
man, my brain is scrambled here lately.
Yeah, you said Snow Ninja.
I ain't slept in a week.
In
a week. So
all right, Tekken, hands down, King. King is the most fire character. I love King. Tekken. Follow Law. I like Law. I like Lee. I like a lot of Tekken characters. Mortal Kombat. I love playing with almost every character. If I had to narrow it down to just a couple, Kano. I'm going with Kano. I'm going with Jade. Jade is a monster out in these streets. And I know it's like, but Liu Kang. I gotta go with Liu Kang, especially when he was zombie Liu Kang and he was throwing them chains. He was a monster. Street Fighter, Sagat for sure. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Quick.
What?
Hey, I'm a Ken fan over Ryu. I like Ken better than Ryu. I'm sorry, Ken.
All right, Mr. Quick.
Danny J. Quick with the Street Fighters, always
with the Hadouken.
Supreme.
Well, his name's Quick. He's probably one of the only people that runs fast enough to be able to play that game.
Woo.
Nice. Okay.
Solid.
Fish.
Solid.
One of the most
nice dad.
One of the funnest parts about fighting games is when you've played through the arcade and you get to the big boss at the end. You know what I mean? The one at the end that's like, oh my gosh, this guy is a problem. I want you guys to tell me what you think. Who you giving that king of the big boss props to, and then also tell me one that maybe just gave you way too many problems, and you had to replay it over and over again to beat.
Galactus.
If you've had that experience. Everybody can start.
I wanted to see him fall real bad. I couldn't wait.
He's starting. Galactus. Who else? You got anybody else?
That dude from Dead or Alive 3, it's been a long time. I don't know. He was on fire. He sucked. He kept doing those fucking, those fire sweeps.
I never heard Fee cuss.
I was so mad. I was so mad about it.
Hey,
don't hurt that up in the comments.
Stop it.
I didn't sign on for this kind of language.
Annoying. Stop it. They were so annoying. Those fire sweeps were so annoying. I had to play the game so many times. And there were so many times where I had to say game over. And I'm like, I had to go through the thing all over again. I was so upset.
Hey,
I just
know. Look, he gave Fee problems. Look, that dude gave Fee problems. That dude gave Fee
exactly. Thank you up there.
Listen.
Language.
I was upset.
If Fee just thought about it and she cussed, that was the first time I ever heard her cuss.
I just cussed like 5 minutes ago.
He gave that dude, I don't know. You ain't never said that F word before like that. That dude gave you problems in that game.
She was like, I hated him. I hated him.
I was like,
what? Listen, Linda. He gave me problems, and I tried to beat him with every character, and it was hard, especially if it wasn't Kasumi. So I obviously tossed his salad with Kasumi easily. But if I was trying to play with Hayabusa or any of those other chicks or like those fellas either, it was hard, and I was frustrated because I was trying to unlock the extra stages and stuff. So I was frustrated because you got to win them in game mode, story mode.
Okay. Fish.
Sorry, Dad.
I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head that at the end gave me really bad problems. It was usually some rando in the middle, or the top 2/3 that when I'm playing with a new character trying to unlock those new levels, that I would just get stuck there on somebody that I could beat any other time. And it would always be somebody different. And it'd usually be somebody I'm like, seriously, I could just whoop your tail with anybody else on this board, but I'm playing Ivy or whatever, or, Raiden, and I can't get past.
Fish, I want to comment real quick because Fish is talking about in the middle, just some rent. Hey, if you're playing the arcade mode in Tekken and you happen to stumble across Nina higher up on the food chain, she's going to give you problems every time.
It's just like that thing with Marvel vs. Capcom. It's it's just extremely hard for one reason. The boss mode is the next match. And it's just why are you giving me so much problems?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You ain't never been hard before, but you are now.
What you got, Ryan?
Huh?
We're talking about big bads.
Oh, big bads. Big bads.
We're talking about people that might have gave you problems on the game. We're talking about them final bosses.
Think for me, what's the name from MK11 gave me a lot of issues with her reverse aim and everything.
That sounds annoying.
Reverse time and just you wouldn't be able to hit her, throw you back on reverse time. Shit.
Hey, I felt
Tail
like
cotton was always an issue in MK2 and MK3. You know, none of the bosses really gave me issues. Like MK Shang Tsung, Shao Kahn was hard. Were never difficult.
no, them guys aren't.
Was
Them guys are just like a little
better.
tune up before you get. Now,
Yeah,
I would say in number 9, Shao Kahn was kind of tough at number 9 when you had to fight him with Raiden at the end of the story
yeah,
mode. Not necessarily the
yeah.
arcade, but when you had to fight him in that story mode with Raiden, he was pretty tough.
But honestly, I can't really think. Like, I just like characters themselves. Once you started getting higher in brackets and towers, it's got more different. Characters are actually harder than bosses sometimes. So
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
They're more the challenge because also with a lot of the bosses, you get used to like their movements. Like they're so like you can just kind of time it out. Like okay, he's about to do this, and then I know I can duck this and hit him with this. You know what I mean? Like they're just on such a routine play to where you
was like an eyeball. I don't even know what he was.
I can't remember. I played Soul Calibur, but I can't remember the names of any of the characters right now. The samurai I played. There was 2 characters I like playing with. The dude with the samurai sword.
Yoshima, and I think that was a crossover character in Tekken, the one with the sword.
He is in one of the Tekken. Yeah. And then the dude with the stick.
Man.
That's Khalid.
My kid would play him and drive me up the freaking wall because he's got that one move where he can just out with that stick from such a distance.
Yeah.
And then he just sit there and just keep. Oh.
Didn't they leave him out of one of them and you had to like unlock him at the end?
Yeah.
Or you had to play like I can remember playing one of them and it was like, why'd they leave him out? And then you like you unlocked an older version of him at the end, or like there was a girl that had his play style. Okay. I can't remember. It might have been the newest one, 5, possibly. I don't know. I remember I was like, what? What's going on? Don't leave key players out of it. Don't come out with a new game and leave people out. I hate when they do that. That's my only beef with some of the newer, like I love the newer Mortal Kombat games. Storytelling, phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know, X and 11, super dope.
Yeah,
10 I wish they would have had a little bit more, a little more roster. A little bit more roster would be nice.
Well, Can I ask you a question?
Sure. I'm always open to questions from you, Fee. Go ahead.
Hey, well, here, you want to know something funny? When you said the character with the big stick,
yeah,
I don't know why I thought, for some reason, randomly, I thought of Theodore Roosevelt.
I don't know.
Presidential
I just want to tell you
game.
that so you could enjoy the laugh. But
skinny
anyway.
little honest Abe.
Yeah. I was like, because he always talk about carrying a big stick. Anyway, but the question. So you were talking about how games really do that, and they release all at the same time. Would you think their influence probably was because of the positive box office results for the game adaptations for both Dungeons and Dragons and Super Mario Brothers? So they can kind of test it out and see if they was to do a live action to see how it would go, how they would be received.
I think I would say probably just because, you know, with the new systems like the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox coming out, it's just something that they do. Like you get Maddens every year, you get, you know, some games that happen every year, and like when the new systems come out, you know, eventually you're about to get that new Mortal Kombat, you're about to get that new Street Fighter, you're gonna get that new Tekken. The Mortal Kombat movie was like okay.
Do you think
I loved the first one? I loved it. It was so campy.
It's campy. Yeah, I mean, it's not like as far as like, wow, this is a great movie. No, but you can't. You got. I mean, I'll watch that movie right now. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, just off of what it is. Dragon Ball Z, Fighter Z. I mean, any Dragon Ball Z game I'm playing with 2 characters. 3. Vegeta. Krillin. And Frieza. Those are my three. I'll go with them three. Ryan, do you not like Dragon Ball Z?
That is correct.
You don't like Dragon Ball Z at all?
That.
Oh,
Numda.
okay. Well,
I ain't a fan, but you don't see me running from it.
sorry.
I ain't gonna hide in the shadows.
Ryan's an anime hater. So
I am not a
there's
hater.
Oh.
I just severely detest it, is all.
I just hate everything about it. And when people mention one, I black my screen out because I don't even want to be seen in some.
No.
That's okay.
Are we talking about
right.
movies? MK1 is the bomb, but it's really bad today. Your Sign is
MK2, yikes.
Annihilation is a travesty. The new Mortal Kombat game, 5 minutes are great, last 10 minutes are great, and that's about it.
Oh, the new movie? Yeah, the newer movie? Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And which one was that again?
I'd love to see a new Street Fighter movie come out. That would be dope.
Okay.
Done right.
They're making one, but the Street Fighter movie is absolutely horrendous. The only thing that's good about that movie is Raw Julia, where he's just watching him die on screen, but he's it is the most outstanding, ridiculous performance of all time.
Yes, and there's one line from that movie that will stick with me forever. And he says to Chun-Li, he says, "For you is the most important day of your life, but for me, it was a Tuesday." like that's like the most gangster. It's like you've come here, you fought your way to get to my base. You've done all this stuff to have this one moment in your life, and I don't even remember the day you're talking about. You're saying I killed your people? I don't even remember it because I do crazy shit like that all the time. So this is the most important day of your life, but for me, it was a Tuesday, not a Friday, not a Saturday, not Monday, not Hump Day.
Dang.
Like
Homie Tuesday. Said it like he just came from Taco Tuesday, like, and was like, "And you want what?"
Right. I had some tacos. It was a regular Tuesday, and I offed your family. That's all it was.
Yikes!
Like, to me, that line, bro, is so gangster. I'm like, what? It was a Tuesday. That way he says it.
The performance is iconic, and it makes that's why the movie so bad it's good. Raw Julia,
right? And you get the coked out.
Was not in that movie would be done. Like you have John.
You get the coked out Rod Van.
He was carrying the team. He was carrying the production.
John Claude Van Damme. You get the coked out.
He was carrying.
You get the coked out one.
Yeah, John Claude Van Damme playing Guile is American, and John Claude Van Damme is not American. It's just beyond me. It's beyond
me. Gosh. Well, that's okay. Nice. I was curious because I was like, I know that D&D was positive in comparison to like game adaptations, and then Super Mario Brothers did really good. I enjoyed it. I watched both.
Mortal
and I was like, I'm kind
of the new movie. Bad. It's just not. It's just good. It's like I said. There's parts about it.
There's a couple parts in it that are like really hard B movie quality, and that just tanks it.
Like
my thing is this:
is legit scary in the Mortal Kombat movie.
You have a blueprint. You have the story's laid out for you, and you decide to change things that are just it's dumb. It's so dumb. Like creating a brand new character for the movie
that never existed in the franchise. Yeah,
that's not really wise. How are people going to back it?
And then like some of the special moves you're calling them, you get the tattoo and that's your special ability and all. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? That is not like. I don't get when they do stuff like that. It's like you have a perfect blueprint already of the story. You think we're gonna be like, well, that makes no sense. We're in a superhero genre. I mean, like crazy stuff's coming all the time. You think we're gonna be like, Man, that guy shoots
all I could
dragons and
see
fireballs. It's like
is like a training montage where they're training the new guy in Mortal Kombat. It's like, look, if you want to do this move, it's down, down, back, forward.
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of like a
your
Dance Dance
jazzercise
Revolution
routine, and
thing.
all of a
You're
sudden
like,
you can
up,
shoot
down,
fireballs.
side, side, hold.
yeah.
Yeah.
God,
Legit
I
moves
see
from
that
the
so
game.
bad now.
Yeah. It's
And what's sad is it's like a waste of like the actors that they had playing, because they had some really good actors playing some of them characters.
I don't know
Kano
if
was
it's
like
a waste.
perfect.
I mean, they got their paycheck. I mean, I'm just
Kano
kidding.
was
I know what you
perfect
mean.
in that movie.
Kano's the
The
only
actor who played Kano,
thing.
yeah, Kano was perfect. I feel like Kung Lao and Liu Kang would have been all right. There was some
Underused.
stupid dialogue in there. Underused completely. The fact that you didn't even have Johnny Cage in the movie,
Oh,
and you created this brand new character that could have just been Johnny Cage.
It could have Cage. He could have been the character. Yeah.
And then I hate when franchises do this. I get you have a moneymaker, but Marvel's done this with like Wolverine. You know what I mean? I love Scorpion as much as the next person, but Scorpion has a role to play in the story, and he does not have to be the main focus. And you make this new guy his ancestor and all this stupid shit. It's like, for what? You don't got to do that. Like, Scorpion already is badass on his own. You don't got to make a new character that's like, I come from his ancestry, and this is why I'm special, and I'm chosen. I'm Neo. I'm the one. Like, get out of here. It's done. Anyway, I would say that most people have a certain age and up, or a certain age and
Did you like the
have
Tekken
a fighting
movie?
game memory. Did I like the Tekken game movie? The Tekken movie?
Yeah.
I don't even remember it, so probably not. If I remembered it, I would say I probably did, but since I don't, I guess not. Now the Tekken anime or the Street Fighter animated movies have been good. The new Mortal Kombat animated movies are good.
One of my favorite anime movies of all time.
Yeah, those are good. I would be okay if they just decided to go that route, tell good stories, have everything that they needed. I'm cool with that. It's like the movies, we haven't really got that like true fighting game movie that's hit like it should. That is yet to be done. Sonic 1 and 2 were great for the Sonic franchise. I think they did. They made a good story out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good adaptation. You know what I mean? They had to change some stuff, obviously, to make a story, but like it was great. What they just did with the Mario movie was great. I'd love to see a really dope Mortal Kombat movie, a Tekken movie, Street Fighter movie. I don't see it happening. No. I look at it almost like DC project at this point. I'm just not getting my hopes up. So
that's kind of how you gotta live life, Tony.
Yeah. After you failed me so many times, I just can't do it. So, like I was saying, I'm pretty sure everybody's got a fighting game memory. Fighting games will stand the test of time. They're fun to just whoop up on your friends, your family. You let all that pinned out aggression onto the game. It's great times. We all love it. We'd love to know in the comments what your guys' favorite fighting games were, your favorite characters, that sort of thing. And that's all I got, everybody. It's hit that hour mark, and I don't have anything else to talk about.
I mean, we just really enjoyed you guys tuning in, talking with us, engaging with us. So definitely let us know in the comments. What was stuff you like? What games did you enjoy? And also, what would you like for us to talk about later on? It might be something that might be our topic. Let us know.
We'll be doing Doom, Dr. Doom, next week. Fishy has a whole week to prepare and get ready for his favorite.
Are you sure? Do you need to get back on your week of sleep? I mean, I can buy you some time if you need.
Man, I'm in such bad shape.
So you don't have to do it. Are you okay?
I'm barely here.
No.
On that note, Fish, remember to be a 5-star version of yourself.
Get some rest.
Rest up. Get some 5-star rest. Everybody enjoy your weekend. I know it's starting to get a little warm out there in some areas. The springtime is coming. Hey, the spring's all about rebirth.
New seasons. Okay? Confirmation. Yes. Yes, rebirth. Ding. Yes, Ding.
Come through. It's all about allergies. Oh, my goodness.
It's all about rebirth. It's all about life, fish. So, everybody enjoy your weekend. Thanks for tuning in with us. Thanks for rocking with us. Make sure you answer in the comments some questions that I asked. Other than that, we will catch you guys next week. Right, cha? On. Yes, the WWE games are great. I'm currently playing one and creating a bunch of characters. You're right. We'll catch you guys next week on 5 Star Fridays. Peace.